They went on to found one of the greatest cities in history. The idea of a human child raised by wolves feels so fantastical that it seems like pure invention, and yet, it wasn't. During the 19th century, the very period when Kipling was growing up in India, there were widespread reports of something that fascinated Europeans. So-called wolf children. Children who were said to have lived among animals. One of the most famous of these cases was discovered in northern India in 1867. A boy who later became known as Dina Sanichar. According to reports from the time, villagers had noticed something strange moving among a pack of wolves near a cave. When hunters investigated, they discovered that one of the creatures running with the wolves was not an animal at all. It was a child. The boy was eventually captured and brought to an orphanage, but what the caretakers observed was unsettling. He refused cooked food, he preferred raw meat, he walked on all fours, and despite years of care, he never learned to speak. Stories like this spread quickly through the British Empire. To Victorian readers, the idea was both horrifying and fascinating. A child who had crossed the boundary between the human world and the wilderness. It is difficult to know how much of these reports was truly accurate, but whether the stories were true, misunderstood, or embellished in the retelling, they suggested something extraordinary, that a human child might survive, even grow up, in the wild. But even these strange reports are not the end of the story, because the idea of children raised by wolves did not begin in colonial India. In fact, when we look further back into the ancient world, we find that the same story had already been told more than 2,000 years earlier. And in that version, the children raised by wolves did not simply survive the wilderness. They went on to found one of the greatest cities in history. It is the story of the twin brothers Romulus and Remus.